Let's go over to David Akin, who is with Daryl Bricker from Ipsos.
Yeah, thanks, Donna. So Daryl, of course, Daryl Bricker of Ipsos. People have been out doing exit polls, asking voters as they come out of a voting booth a whole range of interesting questions. I mean, there's 80, 90 questions loaded in here. We could spend an hour and a half there.
Yeah.
But let's start off with, we were going to start off with, I think, wild card.
Right.
Is Canada on the right track? So this is someone who voted today, might have voted for a Liberal, might have voted for a Conservative. Here's all voters, 7,000 people, and we're not on the right track, says people who voted today, and they didn't throw the bums out.
Right. So this is the context of the campaign. So Mark Carney is seen as the man of the moment on one issue. The Liberals designed their entire campaign around it. It was dealing with Donald Trump in the United States. So on that issue, fine. But as far as the Liberal record is concerned, what they've produced in Canada over the last 10 years, this is the effect. More people, by a considerable amount, feel that the country's on the wrong direction rather than the right direction.
And we can say, folks going through it, boomers, Gen Xers, it's pretty consistent right across the board.
Yeah.
We're going in the wrong direction. Now, I think it was attitudes on Canada.
Oops, sorry, I did that.
Is that me?
That was me.
Okay, there we go. Canada is broken. This is what Pierre Poilievre was saying last fall. He got criticized for saying that, and yet quite a few people agree.
A fifth of us strongly agree with Pierre Poilievre was saying. Almost half of us overall think that Canada is broken. This, again, underscores the fact that people are not satisfied with the direction of the country, not satisfied with the last 10 years of a Liberal administration. And even though the Liberals can sneak in on this one issue, the overall context they're going to be walking into after this in a minority government situation possibly is going to be difficult.
Let's say, I mean, the data that the parties have, I'm sure they're doing polling something similar to this. If you're in Poilievre's inner circle tomorrow or in the coming days, you probably go, see, we were right all along. This is probably validating the axis of their campaign, essentially.
Until 3 months ago, 2 months ago, they were right.
Right.
And that's what people were jumping on. This is what underscores, folks, time for a change.
Right.
I hear that a lot in politics. There was a really strong belief prior to Mark Carney becoming the leader of the Liberal Party and Donald Trump doing what he decided to do, a real desire to change. That hasn't gone away.
You're Mark Carney. You sit down with your cabinet. You have this data that people think Canada's broken. We're moving in the wrong direction. He did move quickly on carbon taxes. He moved quickly on a couple other things. I guess he's got to move even more quickly to really show that his government is taking some of these concerns seriously. That would be the takeaway for the Liberals, I assume.
He's on a very short leash. His priority, and as far as Canadians are concerned, is one issue, which is dealing with Donald Trump. Everything else is going to be difficult for him and going to be difficult to manage.
Yeah. So, guys, as we go back, we're going to probably talk about this later in the night as we listen to leaders' speeches. We may hear, I think, at least one leader, that'd be Jagmeet Singh, who is probably going to talk about his future. And that is, in terms of the parliamentary calendar, that, you know, while a leadership race unfolds, the NDP are not going to want to force an election, but they may not hold the balance of power. It's going to be a very interesting parliament, I think.
A very interesting parliament. We haven't seen anything like this in quite a while.
No, indeed. All right.